A few conversations reminded me of some fun experiences today. I'm holding my notebook, uh, thinking about the continuity of the business. Really very varying conversations. One, a manufacturer with a goal of 1 + 1 = 3, which is a whole different conversation about innovation. But it really reminded me of early in my experience. The importance of thinking about the continuity of the business and really connecting people. Um, it was first inspired by a person who taught me about the terrorism action plan back in the mid 90s when the world was a different place and people thought that was such an obscure thing. And now we just think of it as a necessary part of our life. But back to the business continuity, what I learned about it, and it was a very important theme again today, was not necessarily thinking about it in terms of a crisis, but rather thinking about it in terms of connecting people. And this is how it worked for me early in my career. I was the person documenting processes and trying to recognize that next innovation, that 1 + 1 = 3. And what I realized in documenting the processes was how well we really didn't get to know each other very well with those silos of knowledge. And so the silos of knowledge are necessary. Those specialties are what make us great as a company, whether it's a manufacturer or a pet care clinic or a wealth management company. Those specialties of knowledge within any company, regardless of product or service, is really important. So rather than breaking down the silos, the way I thought about it and the way it's been really helpful over the years is thinking about continuity in terms of just connecting people, not breaking down the silos, but actually forming what might be like a catwalk between those silos. And as I did it, and you'll probably find this too if you've done it, or if you haven't done it yet, the great consequence of doing it is you help people get to know each other in ways and relate their work to each other in ways they may not have thought of. And you also become a teacher. And I had the privilege of becoming a teacher. I thought about becoming a teacher when I was in college until I realized how little I enjoyed classroom management with children. So I just took away the teaching and took that into the workplace. And being that teacher, you develop this plan, you connect people in meaningful ways, which makes them feel more connected and actually helps them with their well-being so they don't necessarily feel like they're alone, lost in their specialty, but they relate their work to each other, which develops that continuous flow and understanding of how my work relates to your work and your work relates to mine, wherever we are, before me in the sequence and after me in the sequence. It relates people to each other. And even if you're not writing down every particular procedure, because we don't necessarily work that way, it's not the way we learn, we do learn by teaching. And if you go through this process of business continuity and how to keep this going in case somebody steps away or in case we lose them or we're not able to connect with each other, you end up creating this teaching culture where people are teaching each other over time as they learn new things and building that initial relationship and opening the conversation about we're going to build this company together with this continuity plan. Some of it's in writing, most of it's not, but this new culture of teaching will relate people together and create this continuity of knowledge so you don't have one person acting like this sort of individual standing body of knowledge that if they choose to leave, you might end up feeling like, I've seen this before in a public company, having to hire that person back as a consultant because they know so much and there was never any culture or even a conversation about teaching anyone else about that particular body of knowledge. So for the sake of making everyone feel like they belong right now today, and making sure that if they do happen to step away and they don't belong anymore for whatever reason, by choice or by chance, you create this teacher culture of everyone teaching each other and relating to each other and creating that continuity for the success of everybody and for the success of people coming on board today or tomorrow. So lessons from manufacturing, lessons from services, connect people together, create that culture, document those things that are those core bodies of knowledge, and create the culture of teaching each other and relating to each other along the way, and continuity for all in good times and bad. Talk to you soon.